Smash Factor.
Ripping driver, going for it. Oh my goodness. How about that tee shot?
That is crazy how far that is.
Wow. John Daly, take a back seat, big fella. How about that drive?
That's an aggressive line. That is beyond long.
Look at this. He's just driven the green. He has just driven the green.
I guess hello world, huh?
Welcome everybody to what are we on? Week 38 of the 2021-2022 PGA Tour, the 3M Open. Typically, anytime after a major, especially one that exciting and leaderboard was definitely packed. Could have a little bit of a letdown week, but this is also if you made it, first week of the Fantasy Golf World Championship. So probably not ideal to have it this week, but they're limited on trying to finish it up with the live final. So it's a 3-week event now, $1 million the first. So it's this week, next week, then they take a week off, and the final is for the first week of the playoffs. So it still has my attention. Not the best feel, but probably more than anything is a weird pricing. We'll get to that here in a little bit, but as long as nobody withdrawals and all that, I think it's a good enough field, good enough competition for us to dive into it. Definitely going to be some unique building this week, trying to just off the cuff. It seems like a lot of people will probably fall to some of the similar plays this week. So where do you get your leverage? Where do you not? Things like that. First, we'll recap the Open Championship, and then we'll roll right into this. For me, obviously, tremendous week. One of my better weeks in a long, long time. Not only for myself, but the community. Community smashed. We had tons of green screens, tons of winners. Took 12th in the $25 Millie Maker and 19th in the 444 Millie Maker. Obviously, the 444 I won on a $37 contest. I think I had total like $390 of satellites. So great ROI on that. Only had a bullet in there. Very much was sweating out the Finau collapse as it appeared. Did the same thing for me at the U.S. Open. I had a 444 lineup in there, and I think he bogeyed 2 of the last 3 to miss the cut. This one he bogeyed, and then made a clutch birdie putt on 18 to make it, which was huge for me because 5 of 6 maybe could have cashed. But with all the scoring on the weekend, it definitely would have been a little bit difficult. I think 6 of 6 was like 5 or 6% in the 444. So there was a chance it could have, but you definitely would have had to run pure on the weekend. $25 Millie had several teams that kept bouncing up there. The last hour was tremendous sweat, so much fun. You want to win one, definitely, but to be sitting right there, you got 140, 50,000 entries, and you're in 5th, 6th place with 4 or 5 holes to go, bouncing back and forth in that top 10. Definitely was exciting. Adam Scott double on 12 or 14, I can't remember. Kind of sealed the deal for the chance at the million. I thought it still could have get into a top 5 if things broke my way. And it was close. 12th place, I'll take it. Round 4 absolutely killed. The community did really well on round 4 as well. Smashed. I had 13,000 in cash I won, and then I also won my first. I had not tried the Fantasy Golf World Championship qualifiers at all this year. I've been mainly focusing on the 444 millies leading up to each major. Probably wish I would have tried now because I did get one. Literally the first contest I entered for the Fantasy Golf World Championship, a qualifier. It was a $307 entry. I think it was 2 max, but that was at most. And I won it. Actually, one of our subs took second. If Spieth birdies 18, he would have won it. So it was down to the very, very end. It's a $17,000 ticket. So 300 guys are in that contest that begins this week. $1 million the first, $5 million in the pot. So everybody in it's guaranteed to win something. Be fun this week. This is a unique week, especially with the field the way it is, to navigate through that and try to figure out where you want to be to try to make it to week 2 next week. probably the only negative for me, and I texted this to Tambo Wednesday night right after lock. We talked all week, and we talk a lot, but I always have that last 2v2 type situation. And this week in the 444, it was Lowry and Cam Young versus Finau and Fleets. And because I avoided all the 10K range and a lot of chalk, I started Cam Smith and Willie Z. I felt I could eat the Finau Fleetwood chalk up there and be okay. I was just so nervous about Cam. I had tons of Cam Young, just not in the 444. Way overweight on him, obviously, because we had a good week because of it. But it was a $45,000 decision. So if I go Lowry Young, make a little bit more money, I really would have been kicking myself if Finau missed the cut, because that would have been a massive loss in my way. But either way, it worked out, did well. Looking forward to this week, try to make the cut, get to week 2 of the Fantasy Golf World Championships. Betting, we hit Cam Young, first round leader, 80-1. We also hit him top 20. Had him outright, so we had a chance, kind of had a chance there. Although I think he could have won it if things went his way. Saturday on matchups, I know I went 4-0. I think I had a really good matchup week. I hadn't done that yet because it's a little early in the week. I'm also this is a vacation week for me. So wife's off, we're all off. I think all the content I will be doing normal, best that I can. Obviously, you want to spend time with the family and all that, but certainly going to get all the obviously the core stuff will all be out for the premium members. Just a matter of when it comes out and how much I'm able to do. But for the most part, I think we'll be fine there. Shout outs to the community. We had I'm Guilty 3K smash in round 3. Riku 3K smash in round 4. MU Red Hawk, he hit the Cam Smith 20-1, smashed round 4 as well. Justin Sullivan $140 into $4,500. Tom Spinley won his major pool, smashed round 4, had a good main slate, and also took down a contest on Thrive. Landro 9, his name's popped up quite a bit, smashed round 1 and round 4 showdown, including a $1,000 takedown in round 4. Just great week all the way around. Zach Dangos, 1,000 profit between his major pool and DraftKings. So congrats all you guys. There's a ton of good green screens last night, and a lot of good banner going back and forth. So always excited when we have that. If you want to join the community, use the code SMASH, 20% off any package, includes a 7-day risk-free trial. That discount is there for life, and you can upgrade if you want. So if you want to start weekly or monthly and then you love it, you upgrade, that's fine. First 7 days is free. You never get charged if you cancel before that. Rate and review us on iTunes. We'll be doing big giveaways as NFL and college football season kicks off. Those will get you into the free drawings. Give away a bunch of stuff last week. I got a lot of stuff to mail out. A lot of stuff. Most of it's free. All of it's free. I don't require you to do anything. Do a ton of giveaways for the community as well in the private chat. Subscribe and like this video on YouTube. That gets you in the drawing. In the comment section today, tell me who you want to play in the 8K range. Interested to see how that shakes out. Listener League is up. Link is in the description. Let's fill that up quick. Last week's winner was Justin Sullivan, up above JSoul 32. He had 572.5 points. Cantley, Cam Smith, Lowry, Finau, Burmeister, and Dietrich. Great lineup, and didn't even have Cam Young or Rory. So tremendous lineup. Obviously, we know he did play it elsewhere as he made $140 into $4,500. So congrats to him. Course preview, our boy Kenny Kim, per usual, will have his full one out on the site probably a little later on tonight. I'm getting this out a little earlier than I normally do since I didn't have quote unquote full real work today. TPC Twin Cities, check out he also breaks it down a little bit on the his podcast with Tambo. Par 71, 7,450 yards, 4 par 3s, 3 par 5s. Somewhat, wide fairways, not crazy wide, but they are wide. But if you spray it too much around here, they are forgiving, but if you spray it too much, you can get in trouble. Tons of water around this course. Last year, we kind of saw it come back a little bit. We've seen, it's only 3 years, so this is the 4th year. We've seen some high scores win it. Last year was just 15 under, which is still decent. I mean, you're going to have to make birdies around here for sure. Bent green grass, some of the most easiest greens on tour. It ranks one of the easiest putting courses each of the first 3 years. only say that because it can, for us, we may look at some of these guys that do struggle putting. So like Matsu, right? He only played it once in 2019. He finished 7th. Those kind of guys that if putting is a weakness, maybe it's a chance this week to take a chance on someone like that, as this seems to be some of the best pure greens out there on the tour. Weather this week, probably just like anywhere. It is hot. We are on the verge of setting records this week for consecutive 100-degree days and stuff like that here and south in Texas, probably everywhere. We even saw in St. Andrews, so it's some of the hottest weather they've seen in for a while. I think today they actually had it was funny. I wanted to look how the weather would have been this week if they played it, and today they had a heat advisory, but later on in the week it's windy, rain, cold. Probably how some people would have wanted to see it, but I enjoyed the tournament. I didn't really. It is what it is. You go play the course at hand. But it's going to be hot this week, but the winds start to calm down. It cools down a little bit once they get to the tournament. Thursday, Friday, Saturday looks a lot less windy. Some small chance of rain Saturday night. Not too worried about the weather right now at all as far as a draw or anything like that. Cut, I have it -2, -3. Winners, like I said, this is only the 4th year. We had Cam Champ, Michael Thompson, and Wolf. They won at 21, 19, and 15 under. Some runner-ups, Oosthuizen, Schwartzel, Vegas, Adam Long, DeChambeau, Colin Morikawa. I had Wolf and Bryson tickets that 2019. I think Wolf paid us 150 to 1 that year. And I want to say I may have had, let me see if I even have it up. I may have had Cam Champ last year here. This may be a good tournament for us to, we've had a good little streak here. Let's see if I did have. I know I had the Wolf ticket. No, it does not look I did, but I did get the Wolf ticket 150 to 1, so that was a good year. But I can see where Cam Champ, Wolf. I think Cam Davis is. Let's see where I just had him pulled up. He may not have played this before. No, he has. Miscut 12-28. So those kind of profile type players. Does it mean you have to be a bomber? Not necessarily. Michael Thompson obviously isn't. So be interesting. Limited data. Guys have miscut than won. So I wouldn't go too far into the course history. My course fit model, I actually bring in a few more courses just to kind of that I think play like this one could. Tons of water everywhere. So, that's the thing. But it does play easier than like, say, a PGA National or something like that. Stats I'm looking at, good drives, stroke gain approach, par 4 DK scoring, birdie or better, opportunities inside 18 feet, and then bogey avoidance. I know people, why would you look at bogey avoidance when I got to fly all over me? Bogey avoidance, at a course like this where he seems to score well, because of the water, some of that kind of stuff, it's small amount, but I just wanted to see, as maybe a tiebreaker type deal, some bogey avoidance type stuff. Salary range this week, very unique. I don't know if I've seen, it's been a while. No 11K, 3 10K, 4 9K, 10 8K, 43 7K, and 86 6K. Almost saying you can play who you want up top, because I don't want to say like soft or flat pricing, but 10.5 for the highest price. And only 3 10K guys. You can mix and match up there. You got a big 7K range to pepper, which means for the most part to be spread out. You got some guys I think are a hair underpriced when you look at this field, but it is what it is. We all play with the same salary. We'll roll with it and see how the week goes along. Early thoughts here, 9K and above, Sweet 16. If you're new, I appreciate it. Had a lot of new followers over the weekend. I do my favorite 3 plays and a bubble boy in each section. I give a fade of the week, a sleeper of the week, 4 gut feel plays, top 5 that pop, and 2 long shots in the betting world provided by Prize Picks. And then we wrap it up and come back. I'll probably come back tomorrow since I don't have real work. We have a few things going on with the family and stuff. I'll try to do a pod. For sure, we'll still do the Wednesday pod no matter what. 9K and above, I'm going to start with Finau. I will say, like, there's a lot of rumors going around. Finau's name, Matsu, Cam Smith. I mean, until, like, I know for sure or something drops out or anything, I'm just going to play like they're here to play, right? And so Finau, I know he's the highest price, but it's not that expensive. I kind of think people go, oh, Finau, 10.5. He won me a shit ton of money yesterday in round 4. As he shoots 6 under in the round. He was in my lineup, my big bullet, and all the round 4 stuff. I don't mind paying it, really. I mean, he's got a 23rd, a 3rd, and a 28th, 13th at the Travelers, 28th at the Open, as we saw yesterday. A little backdoor top 30. I get it, but in this field, I think he's safer floor, maybe not ceiling, maybe ceiling, but safer floor than Sungjae and Matsu. Sungjae, just because ever since the whole COVID thing and missing out and all that, has not looked himself. He does have a good, he played here also in 2019 with Matsu, and he finished 15th. I don't mind playing him, especially if he's kind of under the radar. Matsu, I guess the biggest deal will kind of be the live stuff, but I don't know unless the live put a fire to him and said, we need you now, here's your big money, or you're not getting it type of deal. I don't know why any of these guys, Cam Smith's not in this field, but why they would go now. I mean, they're 2 weeks away from the FedEx Cup, so call it, a month? They can do it then. If they want to play in the President's Cup, they could, but because it's earlier this year than last year. But main thing would be getting that FedEx Cup money, right? Especially someone like Matsu, who's going to be way up there. I just don't see them doing anything right now. I don't know necessarily, unless these guys like Norman or whoever it is over there are saying, hey, we want you for next week. So the next live tournament is a week from Friday. So, which would be the first FedEx Cup playoff. So if these guys are here to play for the FedEx, I think they're not going to mess with this. So I don't know. I'm just going to play it like it is for now. I do think Matsu hadn't looked good last 2 weeks. I mean, I think Finau is a clear, if you're paying up here, I think a lot of people probably just avoid this range. I do like Sungjae though. I think bounce back. He didn't look good, but maybe he's got stuff going. He'll probably be low owned. He could make a player pull type deal, but Finau's my favorite. Riley, 9K. I know he's probably going to be popular. A lot of these guys I mentioned are going to be popular. So what we'll have to do is I'm giving you my favorite plays right here on a Monday. By Wednesday on the pod, I give you guys the free guys stuff too. But the final thoughts and all that, you have to move around and try to figure out which chalk you want to eat and which ones you want to be light on or pass on completely. I'm gonna go with Riley. I've been playing him forever. I'm not going off that. He ranks out second in my entire model. He is top 31 or better in every stat. 12th, 17th, 14th, 24th, 31st, and 16 in all 6 stats. Second in course fit model as well. Mid-pack on the bent putting, which is fine for me this week. I like him a lot. I don't see myself coming off of him. I know he'll be popular, is what it is. Mab McNeely, been on him a lot too. Coming in good form, and 8th at John Deere, 16th at the Scottish. I don't know what he finished yesterday. I was watching some of that because I was like, man, I wish DraftKings maybe had better Barracuda contests because the guys I liked were all up there in the top 10. 16th here last year. Probably could be a little popular at 9,300. We'll see. I'm not worried about ownership right now. I'll see. That's just going to come as it comes in this type of field, and then I'll make the decision. Right now, I'm going to get on the guys I like, and then I'll move if I have to. That's what Wednesdays are for. And then my bubble boy is Matsu or Sungjae. I do think I want one of them. I lean Sungjae right now, but I'll kind of look at ownership and all that kind of stuff, and that's where I'm at with them. AK range, Cam Davis. Kind of does what Cam Davis did. He's right there going in yesterday, puts one in the water, kind of takes himself out of it, but he's still looking good. Stats-wise, he's 10th, 6th, 2nd, 25th, 19th. 8,900 feels a little cheap for him, so I think he will be talked up a little bit. 8th at John Deere, 56th at the Travelers. Like I mentioned, his 3 years here are 28th to 12th on the missed cut. Profiles well here, and I definitely like some Cam Davis this week. CH3, we've been playing him a lot more in the last 6 months. Good 3 years here, 23rd, a 3rd, and a 39th, $8,100, a 35th and a 13th, Travelers John Deere. All his stats look good. Opportunities just had 18 feet. He's 90th, but outside of that, he's 39th, 25th, 55th, 9th on bogey avoidance, and 3rd on good drives, which is something I definitely am looking at a lot at this week. Nick Hardy, 8,000 flat. I like him. He's never played here. 8th at Travelers, 30th at John Deere. Probably my one negative from him is he's 102nd on bogey avoidance. So I want to deep dive into that a little bit tomorrow to kind of see what the difference is. Where's that kind of coming up from? Mid-pack on putting, mid-pack on course fit. If he's a guy that I got kind of starred that if he was talked up a lot this week, I can easily pass on him with some of the red flags. But right now I do like him in general. Bubble Boy is Hubbard. Great showing yesterday at the Barracuda. Kind of a DFS darling to an extent, especially in this type of field. I like him a lot. If he's a guy, if he gets chalky, I'd probably move off of. But he rates out really well. 16th here last year, 13th at the John Deere, 20th in stats, 13th in recent form, 8th in course fit, 10th in Bermuda putting or bent putting. I'm sorry. So I like him a lot. Bubble Boy, just because I wonder how high up he'll get talked. 7K range. Man, oh man, I know he's probably gonna be super chalky. Just so chalky. He may be a guy I have to come off of, because he does kind of have that not as good floor, super high ceiling. Got her up $7,900. Probably a massive misprice to me. Stats wise, again, limited, but he's got a pretty good amount of tournaments now. 7th, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 5th, 30th. So he's there. But we saw it, maybe he gets a little down just because he was ultimate chalk at the Barbasol and just killed everybody who played that. He was highest owned, most bet, that kind of deal, and just didn't play well at all. 4th at the John Deere, 35th at Travelers. A guy I want to play. We'll just have to kind of see where we're at on that come ownership. 7th in, $7,600. 24th and a 25th at the John Deere and Travelers. 15th here in 2019, which is kind of promising because I don't even know if people would have realized he played here then. 10th in recent form, 5th in course fit, 19th in bent putting. Lots to like about him. $7,600, good solid play there at a good price. Michael Gliglick, 7,000 flat, a 26th and a 49th here. So made the cut both times, but nothing too crazy. 40th at the Travelers, 10th at the John Deere. I do think he's playing his best golf that I've ever seen this last year. So, yeah, he hadn't had super high finishes, but at 7,000, if you give me that 26 2 years ago, and this field was probably a little stronger because that was coming off COVID. I don't mind that. 6th in bogey avoidance, 7th in birdie or better, 18th in par 4 DK scoring, 18th in good drives. I like all that. So Gliglick's on my list there. Bubble Boy is our boy Joo-Hun Kim, who was on my 444 team. I've been riding him. We had him dock of the week at the Scottish when he got 3rd. 47th last week. The one thing I have him as a Bubble Boy for 2 reasons. One, I think he'll be super popular, $7,300. I just wonder, so Scottish, I can't remember what the winning score was, but I want to say it was single digit. In the Open, he gets 47th. I wonder, can he push that 15 to 20 under? He's a guy I got marked to kind of see where that goes. The stats say he can. He's 8th in birdie or better, 4th in opportunity inside 18 feet, but 71st in bogey avoidance. So I feel like he probably, kind of like a Cam Davis, can outscore his position a lot, gets a lot of birdies, but he does have that bogey ability. So when a Scottish Open winner's at 7, 8, 9 under, he can be right there. Can he avoid enough to be there at 15, 16 under? He doesn't need to win it at 7,300, so I think that's why he'll be popular. I'm not saying I'm off of him, but some of these plays this week, you can just start a lineup. Joo-Hun Kim, some call him Tom Kim, Goddard, Davis, and Riley. Start with those 4. You have the ultimate chalk week, and then pivot whatever around it. That's probably gonna be pretty common build. So we got to figure out where we want to get different at. 6K range. Lebiota. I do like him this week. Coming in okay form, nothing crazy. A 34th here, a 26th here, and then a withdrawal. But I went back and checked my notes. The withdrawal was, I want to say it was COVID related. Tested positive. We were still doing that this time last year. And I think he was playing well and had a withdrawal. But good record here outside of that. 11th in par 4 DK scoring, 10th in birdie or better, 14th in opportunities at 18 feet, 10th in bogey avoidance. All that stuff I like. 34th in bent putting. So $6,900. I like him. Jason Duffner, horrendous coming in here in general. Where is he at? But his record here, $6,200. And this may be one where I'm just going, there he is. He's 98th in recent form for me. Stats-wise, he's 9th. So a lot of times it tells me putting, which he's 108th in putting, so that probably tells you. But always made the cut here. 66th, 32nd, 28th. Has gotten better every year. Is this a core play for me? No, but I'll be overweight, which won't take much. At $6,200, a guy that's made the cut here every year. Something tells me he likes this place. I'll play it. Let's see. Justin Lowry, Lower is his last name. Sorry, not Lowry. Lower. A 16th at Barracuda, an 8th at Barbasol. And I'm not saying these fields are exactly that, but it's not extremely that much better. So pretty good form in these alternate events the last 2 weeks. I like him. I like the price. I'll jump on him this week. Bubble Boy is Ryan Armour, only because I had to make a Bubble Boy. I like him. I don't think anybody in the 6K range will just be crazy owned. $6,900. He's got a 42nd, a missed cut, and a 6th there. So I like that. A 25th at the Travelers. He has missed back-to-back cuts. But this kind of course does, for me, is something I think he can do well. And I'll play him at $6,900. I put a Bubble Boy there. Just no one's going to get that owned in this range, so I'm not too worried about it. Fade of the week, probably Hadwin. I assume he will be talked up. He doesn't really rate out extremely well for me. Let's see. He's the lowest ranking for me in all of the 9K and 10K range. I know that's not many, but by far. So the other 6 guys in the 9 and 10K range are all in the top 11 in my final rankings for Monday. He's 42nd. So I think he'll be popular, especially at 9,600. He's got a 4th and a 6th here. It makes all the sense in the world. So this is a spot where I go probably chalky. I'm going to be eating some chalk. This is a place where I can kind of take my chances, fade. You got to fade a couple of these guys and just hope he's not there come Sunday. So Hadwin's kind of my fade of the week. Sleeper of the week, Bryce Garnett. We've had some good runs with old Bryce in the past. Great history here. 23rd, 26th, 16th. Again, not coming in great form, but not horrible. 52nd in the final. Of course, fit range, 16th overall. Nothing's going to stick out crazy about him, but at $6,900 with that course history here, I'll take it. He'll be a guy. He'll be 2% owned. I'll be on some Bryce Garnett this week. Gut feel plays for me. Cam Champ, he's not going to rate out. He never really rates out well. He probably didn't rate out well last year, and he won it. Coming up back-to-back missed cuts. Maybe he gets overlooked at that $7,800. I'll play him. Dylan Fratelli, $7,600. I'll play him. Good finish at the Open. 28th. He's coming in off a 30th, a 47th, and a 28th. Made the cut 2 out of 3 years here. A 46th and the 18th. I don't mind playing some of him. Patton Kazire, $7,100. Always made the cut here. Nothing crazy on the upside, but it's for $7,100. The 34th, the 46th, and 39th. We know he can get going. He sucks at putting, 121st, but I talked about that earlier in the pod. That's a guy where I'm like, all right, if he just finds a little bit, he's already made the cut all 3 years. Could have some top 30 upside, and I'll take that this week. Coming in off a 64th and a 16th at the Travelers and John Deere. And then Wyndham Clark. A little worried maybe he gets talked up some. He was kind of a darling last week. Made the cut, but didn't do anything. Finished almost dead last of the guys that made the cut. He got a 5th here in 2019, but missed the cut the last 2 years, so maybe that keeps a little bit of people off of him. A 35th, a 16th, and a 76th coming in. So okay for him. He's 25th in the field there. 3rd in bent putting. Enough for me to like, but if he became like a popular 7,500 guy, and I don't think because there's so many guys in the 7K range, I think it'll be fairly spread out. But he's a guy I like to play, but I wouldn't eat a bunch of chalk on a guy like that. Betting top 5 that pop in 2 long shots provided by Prize Picks. Link is in the description. Been killing it over there on multiple sports. All the guys in the Slack, we talk about those and post them daily. I post my golf ones with my betting picks daily. I also give you round 1 on the Wednesday pod. I think we won. I think we went 4-0-1. Back-to-back weeks, we've had winning round 1s. Use that code GUP. A dollar for dollar match up to $100. You put $100 in, you get a free $100. Let's go make some money in that. My top 5 right now, like Riley, 30-1. Goddard up 45-1. Cam Davis, 30-1. Nick Hardy, 45-1. Fratelli, 66-1. My 2 long shots I'm looking at, I like Bryce Garnett, 125-1. And Hank Lebioda, 125-1. So I'll have my final 5 for one and done. Like I mentioned last week, it's kind of going to be play the best plays you got left. Take a look where you're at. If you're in the Carbon Contest one, there is a 4 segment that only has 2 tournaments in it so far. So you may be higher up than you think. Kind of look at that. If you're in the full season ones that only do that, Carbon Contest has a full one. I know Moose's one is a full one. See where you're at and take some chances there. But I'll give you my final 5 on Wednesday as well. Don't forget, use that code SMASH, 20% off, week-long free trial. Cancel anytime. You never get charged. If you stay on and you want to upgrade later, you get that code or you get that discount locked in for life. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I am looking forward to a little bit of a week off, laid back a little bit, but I will have everything out. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. Have a great Monday evening, and I'll talk to you later.